This is WCBU's Out and About. I'm Dr. May Gilliland of ArtsPartners of Central Illinois. Today I'm joined by Marc Supreme, General Manager of Strictly Hip Hop 90.7 FM, promoter, writer, and one of the organizers behind this year's Juneteenth Fest in Peoria. The YANI Collective's Juneteenth celebration takes place June 13th at the Peoria RiverFront, bringing together live music, dance, fashion, wellness resources, food, vendors, youth activities, and much more for a full day centered around culture, history, and unity. Marc, welcome to Out and About.
Thank you so much, May. I appreciate you allowing us on and love being here.
So this year's Juneteenth theme is iconic, celebrating all things culture. What does that theme mean, and how did the committee come up with that this year?
It is along the lines of how we come up with everything. These long 3-way, 4-way, 5-way on the phone conversations with a bunch of people in there. We talk at length for hours, and then these ideas just start coming up, and then we just pounce on them and start to expound on them. That's how the YANI Collective came up in the first place. We did the first Juneteenth, and then we just kept talking and dig them. So what it means for us is, when you talk about iconic, I know some of it, though, came from the magazines back in the day. It was the Ebony magazines, and just how everything was, like the covers were so rich and cultured and black and like new and fashion for, that kind of vibe. And so Taryn kind of leaned into that space, which is why you see the resemblance in a lot of the graphics that we're putting out. It also is just like, looking in the past, looking at the 90s, looking at 2000s, looking at today, and seeing that term represented in a lot of the people that live here in Peoria, a lot of the initiatives that have happened. A lot of people say, a lot of people talk down on Peoria all the time and things like that. But if you look, Peoria is an iconic place, and it's birthed some iconic folks that have gone on to do iconic things on the national level. And so we just wanted to put all that in a bottle and provide that experience for Juneteenth this year.
Well, the event has moved to the Peoria RiverFront. We want to make sure that folks know
that.
Hey,
do not go to John Gwynn. We will not be there.
So how has that opened up new possibilities for the festival?
It's a different backdrop. You have the riverfront, so you got the river. You got the riverfront, so you got the bridge. You got the riverfront, so you got more space. And you have a lot of built-in measures and fixtures that come with being at the riverfront that John Gwynn Park just doesn't have. Yeah. And so the riverfront is the epicenter of all things Park District almost. And so you have the built-in stage, and there's a lot of things that come to the riverfront.
The festival includes everything from the Ernestine Jackson Freedom Day Parade to fashion, music, wellness programming, youth activities.
Wellness is important, yes.
Yeah. How do you approach creating an event that reaches so many different generations and interests?
We just look at what's needed and what would be dope, honestly. What's needed and what would be dope to do, and what is, unique.
Strictly Hip Hop has long been part of amplifying culture and community voices in Peoria. How does this event connect to that larger mission?
Because, like I said, radio is meant to inform the public and entertain the public, and Juneteenth hopes to do both, and we echo everything that's going on in that space, whether it be Juneteenth or Cat Williams coming to town. So we just want to make sure that, again, that the culture in Peoria is felt, seen, heard, tasted, smelled, right? And so Strictly Hip Hop does whatever it can to amplify what's going on and to shed light to what needs to happen.
Juneteenth is about celebration, reflection, culture, and community all at once. How do you hope people feel when they're standing in the middle of all of that energy on June 13th?
I want them to feel like, wow, this is Peoria. This is what Peoria feels like. We get people from out of town. We had somebody come down from Rockford, and we've had people from all over the state come and say, this is the best Juneteenth. And so we want you to know that, man, at the end of the day, it plays in Peoria, and this is what plays in Peoria feels like.
That was Marc Supreme discussing the YANI Collective's Juneteenth Fest taking place June 13th at the Peoria RiverFront. Marc, thank you so much for joining me in the studio today.
Thank you so much.
You've been listening to Out and About, production of WCBU and ArtsPartners of Central Illinois, designed to connect you with the arts community. Our producer is Joey Wilson. Find this episode at WCBU.org and subscribe to the Out and About podcast wherever you download.
Support for arts and culture coverage on WCBU comes from PNC Financial Services. PNC is committed to supporting local art and culture events in the communities they serve.